Hello and welcome to EMP Power Sports and Marine, located in beautiful St. Mary's, Idaho in the St. Joe River Valley. Here today we have a 1973 Montesa King Scorpion 250 Enduro that we bought from a guy who inherited it from his friend. Supposedly the friend bought it new. It's always been an Idaho bike. It's a restoration project for sure. I have sourced the fuel tank and cap. The tank will need to be reconditioned, but it's an original Scorpion tank in the right color. I have a side cover that I just bought. That's green. These bikes came in orange and green, so it'll have to be painted to match. I mean, the bike will need paint, so it doesn't really matter. The front fender is salvageable. It's in decent shape, just a little loose. The rear fender is toast. It has multiple cracks. That'll probably be a hard to find part I have not been able to source. The exhaust is in good shape. It's not all rusted out like most of them. I think the bike's been stored inside. It's got a dinger in it right there. A couple more dings. It has the original plate to protect it. Has a lot of its original stickers, which is cool. Original sticker on the motor. Has the original VIN sticker right up in there. Gauges, there's one little chip in the bezel right here, but the gauges are in good shape. I had a buddy scoff at that 647 miles. I think it's original. The Speedo cable is still hooked up to the Speedo and to the Speedo drive. Looking the bike over, just the patina on it. The original stickers on it. Just the fact, like things like this kicker, this rubber on the kicker's in really good shape. Original decal on the oil tank. These are little things to look for. The side stand's been busted off at some point or cut off. So that's something that either you're going to have to patch that hole or have it a new side stand welded. I haven't been able to find a side stand for it or a rear fender or the lighting lenses. It's been off the highway since 1991. It was an off-highway bike here in the state of Idaho. I'm trying to get a title for it, which should be easy as it's older than 91. I do have a bill of sale from the guy I got it from who inherited it from his dead friend. The kicker's missing a spring. I've noticed there's supposed to be a spring back here. I have another Montesa. When you kick it over, it doesn't retract. So I got a buddy who has one of those, and he has the hardware supposedly for that side cover, which is missing. Has its original Bing carburetor. Another good sign it's a low-hour bike. I have noticed that the oil injection has been bypassed, and it is premix. As you can see, that's plugged off. That's plugged off. That's a good sign that somebody bypassed the injection, which is smart. I recommend it, as I had my first bike seized, an old Kawasaki F7 175, about 20-something years ago, 22 years ago to be exact, that I had that bike. I think it seized about 20 years ago this day. But it's all there, this bike. We do restorations in here. We charge $60 an hour and the cost of parts. We can do a lot of things in-house, from change tires to metal polishing. I've got a small blast cabinet. We have a lot of vintage parts on the shelves, some new parts on the shelves, a lot of vintage bikes that we're working on. I don't think we're going to get to this one. I'm on the fence on setting it in the back until I get around to it. I was going to do it for my wife, but she has no interest in it, unfortunately. If somebody were to buy this, we will have to source another headlight lens, and I might have a bezel out in my junkyard. I got a boneyard out back. We'll have to source a rear tail light and fender. We could put Preston Petty fenders on this, which is the route I was going to go, and just take the lighting off if somebody wants it as just a dirt bike, which would be fine and cool, and preserve what's left of the gauges. It has the original toolkit, no tools in it. The bike does kick over and go into gear, which I will demonstrate for you right now. I'm in the shop alone today, so pardon the poor quality of my videos. I didn't get any spark when I tried to kick it over, so there's something going on there. My guess is probably wiring, or that original metal plat gave up the ghost, which is common. Anybody who has experience with old European moto plats will know that they don't last. It's easy. I probably got more on the shelf. Don't know if you can see, I can kick it over, so I'm going to kick the bike over. Goes all the way through. Good strong compression. Put it in gear. It's being stubborn. There we go, first gear. neutral, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, oh, false neutral, there's fourth gear, and fourth, so it goes into all the gears, which is a good sign. It's not locked up, motor kicks over, motor goes into gear. It's definitely going to have to be gone through and serviced. Back into first, there's neutral, there's neutral. It's going to have to be gone through and serviced. According to my nifty little book here, which I highly recommend any vintage motorcycle enthusiast obtain. It says this bike, which I can try to show you right here, is worth $1,300 in a parts value, $7,400 in a concourse. Once again, I apologize for my poor video quality. So we're in Montesa, 1973. There you see the King Scorpion 250. Slide over, condition 6 parts value, which this is a nice condition 6, as I'll have the other pieces. Some of the other pieces that are missing, the motor kicks over, it goes into gear. $1,300 is parts value on this bike. Concourse value, if you can see it all the way over here, is $7,400 for something you can take to the coil and set on the lawn. Most bikes are usually a condition 3 or 4, which would be a $2,700 to $3,600 motorcycle. It would not take much to get it there. But right now, I'd probably say street value on this bike as it sits is $1,300. Is a nice condition 6. I'll kick it over one more time while I have the camera here, just so you can see. Go down. And like I said, it does not retract. It's missing a spring. I will get that spring. It'll be included with the sale, along with the tank, the fuel cap, the side cover. And as long as my buddy has the screws, we can figure out what size the screws for that side cover. The rest of this bike will have to be sourced by the buyer. Any parts that you want. It has the original Montesa grips. They are shot, but that's kind of cool. You don't usually see that. The throttle twists over, which is a good sign. The carb's not locked up. It's an original Bing. Not that they're great carbs. There's the original Bing carb. The clutch works. Front brake works. Rear brake works. I'm guessing the gauges probably work because they're hooked up, but that's just a guesstimation on my own part. What else? The original Lucas switch gears on here. The buttons all work and they're there. They're functional. There it goes. I guess it goes up. So these work, both sides. Not sure exactly what they do. Obviously the throttle cable's shot, but it works. So if you like this bike and you like other bikes like this bike, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. We can restore this motorcycle for you if you buy it. We can sell the bike outright for $1,300. If it doesn't sell, then we're going to probably auction this one off on eBay with a opening bid with no reserve. If it doesn't sell after that, it'll probably just end up in the corner. I just feel bad about parting these antiques at this point. As you can see, we parted out a lot over the years. There's probably 25 bikes in the boneyard, and this is what's left. Now we're starting to restore. We have an RD 350. That's a shop bike that we are selling. We're auctioning it off on BAT. I've got a Suzuki GT 550 that I'm going to restore. Not sure if I'm going to keep or sell it yet. We just finished a restoration for a client on that 74 Honda CR125M Elsinore. We're waiting for him to bring up the fenders and the side plates, and then it's out of here. We're restoring an 81 Husqvarna 430 CR. Slowly, I've got a Rickman Montesa in the corner, an old GSXR 1100, and a Ducati that needs to be restored in the corner. My ATK isn't here. It's at my buddy John's place getting a custom slide plate made, and I got some bikes in the back room, mostly clients' projects I haven't gotten to. So I just don't really have the time to do this for us right now. My wife doesn't have an interest in it. I do not feel this is a bike that you could restore and sell for profit. I think this is a bike that really needs to be saved by somebody who just wants to own a 1973 King Scorpion. And if you're that person that wants this bike, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and feel free to give us a call at 208-620-0769. Thank you.